Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back. So today we are, for the final time, we're going to attempt to do the air filter on the DS3. As you've seen on the previous video, unfortunately, it didn't quite work out. I hope that I solved it. 3 days went past and it ran absolutely fine, and then suddenly it came up with an engine fault on the dash, and at that point I was really concerned, to be honest. I thought, oh great, I've broken the car. But I did change everything back in a bit of a panic, and the fault cleared itself. So it can be a couple of things. It could be the MAF. It could be there's an electrical connector that you leave off, which again could have an influence on the ECU, and therefore that is bringing up an engine fault. Or the last thing is, it could be something to do with there is a vac pipe that goes into the original air filter, and that could also play its part. So there's a couple of things that could be causing the issue. So we're going to try and fit everything again today, and fingers crossed. We're actually going to clean the MAF as well, so we're going to clean that and put it all back together, see if we can get a better seal on both ends, and fingers crossed we can make this work, because I really do want to get this working correctly, to be honest. But nevertheless, we're going to try our luck, see what we can do. If it doesn't work out, we'll put it back, and then we'll just go with like a silicone hose and call it a day on that. But let's give it one more go. So let's go. Right guys, I'm not going to waste you any time on this one. We're just going to get everything out, and we're going to go put it back in as quickly as possible. You've seen me do it once, so I'm not going to bore you with it again. But we are going to try and make this work. I do need to get this taped up for sure. Worried about the heat just getting onto these really, so we need to get that taped up. But yeah, let's just quickly do this. This is where I might be having a problem. This electrical connector here, we unconnect that, it doesn't go back on. Strangely, this just goes into this pipe, so it's really just more of a sensor. Whether there's a way of sort of faking that connection slightly, I'm not sure. It's possible. You know, we could maybe take it off there and have that clipped in, but I don't know. And then you have, which I believe this is the vac in here, where normally we have that going onto the crossover hard pipe it goes into. So I'm not quite sure. That could be influencing it. This is more likely to be it. And maybe it just doesn't like the setup this way round. Maybe the MAF just doesn't like it. So let's crack on anyway, get all this done, and yeah, let's see what happens. Right guys, the sensor's off, or the MAF sensor's off. So what we're going to do is we're going to give this a clean with some what we're going to clean it with. Clean it with something. Let me have a look. Oh yeah, we're going to clean it with this electrical contact cleaner. So we're going to give that a go and just clean this. I have just noticed when I've taken this connector off, it's not the cleanest in there either, to be honest. Looks like there's a little bit of oil maybe in there, and it definitely smells oily sort of around, but I don't know. So this works. So the original works. I mean, look, we're just going to get this done again. As I say, this connector could be the reason. So potentially what we could do is take this part off, but what I don't want to do is end up in a position where if I take that off, because that isn't just it looks like it's like silicone or something, and then end up with an issue. So we could buy a spare one of these and do that, which could solve our problem. But nevertheless, we're just going to crack on now. We're going to clean this, leave that to dry, take off the rest of the stuff, and then fit it ready to reattach. So I'm not confident this is going to work, but I really do pray that we do get a result today, or at least come up with a solution with hopefully having this set up. I much prefer it, and it looks so much better as well, and sounds so much better. So fingers crossed we can get this working. If not, we can solve the reason why the math is, or if that's the issue, what's causing the fault then coming up on the dash. But as I say, it took 3 days, so we're just going to crack on and keep going, and hopefully we can get a result today. I've just extended this a little bit now to give us more play. I'm just going to seal this up. Firstly, I'm just going to use some electrical tape for the moment, and then I'm going to get some braided tape. But yeah, I've just moved that, giving us more slack on this, because it was a little bit tight last time around. Well, let's just get this bit done and then get cracking and get this fitted. Right guys, this is my only concern actually, to be honest, is on the math side there is a bit of a gap. Let me see that there. It's not, so there is a bit of a gap. Yes, with the Jubilee done up, but there's still a slight gap that could cause the problem. So we're going to try and address that now and see if we can come up with a solution. Just get a better seal on that. I think what I'm going to do is I've got some rubber rings, and I might cut this one down to see if I can make that work. Right guys, believe it or not, my idea actually worked. So we used one of these rubber rings, basically. Not that thick, but we just cut it down as I showed you. We cut the edging off, and managed to wrap it round the math and squeezed it in. Now it's got a perfect, absolutely perfect fit. So there's no gappage, and it's not even done up yet. So that is a better seal. That might help. So that sort of resolves that issue on that side. We now have to fit the air filter on this side. We've got 70mm down from a 76. We actually ordered a 76mm one. We're now reduced that to 70. So a 70mm is going on the end of this side. It was a little bit big again on that side. So again, hopefully eliminating that side. Everything's connected here. The only thing that we don't connect back up is, as I say, the electrical sensor that I've shown you, and then this. But I've been told that shouldn't matter. So let's see. Let's get the air filter on, and then we can see where we are after that. Right guys, we've got the air filter fitted. That is a much better fit. So that's a 70mm. It is a squeeze. I would prefer a cone, but Proram don't make a smaller cone that's going to fit in here. So we'll run with this for the moment. We'll plug the math sensor back in, and then potentially we can start it. And then, as I say, we can run it for a couple of days and see what happens. Worst case scenario, we'll just put it back and be done with it, and obviously know that this probably won't work. But let's get that plugged in and let's get it started. Right guys, I've just fitted the rubber round the Dorenza lid, which I hadn't done last time. We're pretty much all set. The only thing I just realised I hadn't done was put the bracket for the hood, or for the lid, for this side. But to be fair, once it's mounted in this hole here, and then on these two here, it's not actually going anywhere, which is a bit of a shame. But at the moment, I don't really want to take out the air filter again. So we're at a stage now where we're basically going to turn the car on and see what happens. So I think it's that time. So let's go. Right guys, I'm excited to see if this actually works again, or we're putting it all back again. So let's go. Let's see if we can make it I know it will start okay, but let's just see. Oh, nervous. Right, guys, I'm gonna turn. Let's just turn the key and see what happens. Seems to be okay at the moment. Okay, that was a cold start. Seems to be idling okay. Okay. Right guys, I've left her running now for 5 minutes. Nothing's come up, no faults have come up on the dash like last time. Well, as I say, it was a couple of days in. So we're okay for the moment. Nothing's thrown up, but it does sound great. So we'll see what happens if it does change in a couple of days, but we'll switch her off for now. And then we'll check in. We're going to go for a run anyway, and see if that makes any difference. I didn't really take it out for a good run last time, but that might just throw up the fault. So yeah, we'll do that. We're going to take it for a spin. We'll get all the tools cleaned up and then take her out for a spin. But yeah, we'll see what happens. Right guys, car washed, looking pretty sweet. So let's jump in, let's go for a ride and see what happens. Right guys, let's go and take this car for a ride. Let's see if see what happens. We're going to put it, well, it's a cold start, so we'll see. As I say, if it all fails, we'll put it back tomorrow. And we're just going to go for a drive, probably a little bit further afield than we did last time, and to see what happens. Right guys, let's go. definitely feels a lot nippier. Did this last time, it felt really nippy lower down in the revs, but as I say, it did fail in the end. But yeah, just there, 2000 revs. Feels really nice. Okay. Hopefully we've done everything up. God forbid. Well guys, everything seems to be okay. Seems to be pulling okay. Yeah, it seems to pull okay. It's pretty quick, pretty rapid. A good sound. I don't know if you can pick that up on the camera, but at the moment it's all good. I'm just waiting for it to come up saying failure, but it's all pretty good at the moment. I mean, it's pulling okay. Yeah, it seems to be pulling okay. This road is horrible. But it's a better run than I did before. I did like 4 or 5 small runs and then it just came up. But maybe it's just because we didn't have the seal right. But time will tell. We'll keep it going and fingers crossed. We might have cracked it, which would be amazing. Right guys, we're going to call it a day on this video. It seems to be working at the moment. We've taken it for like a 15-20 minute drive and nothing's come up, which I didn't do before, so it was just like short runs. As I say, hopefully the difference is on the MAF. Definitely sealed that a lot better. And on the air filter side, a smaller air filter diameter to go onto the MAF. So we used a 70 this time. Last time it was a 76. So hopefully the seal's better. We'll drive it over the next couple of days and just check how we're doing. And I'll touch base and let you know. Fingers crossed it's all okay and we can run it like this. But everything seems to be okay so far. So great news. Thanks for watching as always, and I will catch you on the next one.